Hello YouTube and people of the interwebs. Welcome back to today's very relatively short, probably won't be that short, so I don't know where I'm going with this, but welcome back to today's video. By tomorrow, this video will prove to be redundant, so enjoy it in the 24 hours that you have of watching it, because today, rather late on, I'm going to be discussing some supposed rumours, theories and whatever about tomorrow's episode, Fugitive of the Judoon. Now, more specifically, I'm going to be discussing who or what could be returning, because the BBC marketing for Fugitive of the Judoon started off normal, just a next time trailer, 10 seconds. In fact, I'll play the next time trailer now.
Warning transmission.
Who are you? The sea's on the siege. Do you trust me, Iris? Sometimes.
But midweek, on around Wednesday evening, the promotion started to go a bit weird. They released a trailer which said... And after seeing that trailer, I was like, whoa, hopefully there's something big. But then I did think back to Orphan 55's marketing, where they said,
"You won't believe what happens at the end of this episode."
And then all that happened at the end of the episode was basically Planet of the Apes.
Oh my God, I was wrong. It was Earth all along.
Not saying it wasn't a good episode, because I mean Orphan 55 was alright. I'm gonna stop waffling. First theory of a person it could be, John Barrowman as Captain Jack. Is Captain Jack returning?
Hey kids, did you miss me?
So, first piece of evidence is on Twitter. John Barrowman has retweeted the promotional material for Fugitive of the Judoon. Also on Twitter, the BBC America page put out a tweet that said, "Who is returning?" and then immediately took down that tweet and replaced it, same tweet, but without the "who is returning." What could this mean? Likely means that someone's returning, but once again, I've got to say, I'm not going to go into the episode expecting someone to return, because I do not want to be disappointed, just as I advise all of you out there, although it's fun to speculate, and I love speculating and hyping things up, it could just be nothing. Like, for all we know, the Doctor could be the one that's returning, because I mean, technically that's right. So, could everybody's favourite time agent captain person be returning? More evidence is back in January, I believe. Captain Jack was spotted, well, John Barrowman was in Cardiff for quite a while, and he did take a selfie with Jodie Whittaker's TARDIS. But if he was in the episode, surely he wouldn't be allowed to do that. Also, another tiny piece of evidence, which I don't know how credible, well, like how relevant this is, but Mandip Gill and John Barrowman are following each other on social media, which is started back in January, I believe, and they've messaged each other or something publicly. Also, the fact that Torchwood was literally name-dropped in Spyfall Part 1, could all these things be hinting to John Barrowman's return? Also, the fact that Chibnall wrote for Captain Jack, as he wrote a lot of Torchwood. Personally, I don't know, and I don't want to expect Captain Jack to come back, because I mean, it would be great, but I don't want to be disappointed when it inevitably doesn't happen. The next possible returning person or people, I'd say, are the Sea Devils. Now, hear me out, yes I know, we've gone Sea Devil, Sea Devil, Sea Devil, but could the Sea Devils be returning at the end of this episode as a big cliffhanger for episode 6, which is entitled Praxeus, and is all about people disappearing at sea.
And you know, the connection sea and Sea Devils and please Chibnall!
Because we know that Chibnall wrote Series 5 for the Silurians, so he's familiar with this type of species that used to live on Earth and stuff, so like, it would be great if the Sea Devils came back. We know they filmed on a beach, we know episode 6 is about beachy stuff and the water and whatever, but that might be too many classic villains to shove into a series, because we already have the Master, Cyberman, Judoon, and that brings us on to our next person. could the Rani be returning? Now, I'm going to go almost certainly not, but if you do look in the promotional material, there is a Time Lord looking woman. And could she be the fugitive of the Judoon? Could it be the Rani? Could Ruth be disguised as the Rani? Because we've seen Ruth's TARDIS. Yeah. Forgot to mention as well, there is that leaked image with the roundels and the Ruth's TARDIS. It might not be Ruth's TARDIS, we don't know. But yeah, there is a tiny possibility the Rani could be returning. Now, could Rose Tyler be returning? No. I mean, it would be great, but it's not going to happen, is it? Another thing a bunch of Not My Doctors have said, and I'm just going to dismiss it now. David Tennant isn't returning, and he's not going to be lectured by Jodie Whittaker for being a man. That's not happening, just no. But my final and, well, probably not final, but final, my final suggestion of who could be returning. River Song, Alex Kingston. Could it be her? Right, let's get into the evidence. An exclusive piece of evidence from me. I visited her at Comic-Con in Wales this December, and someone in the queue with me directly asked her, "Are you in Series 12? To which she responded, as I've tweeted, go and check out my Twitter, you know you want to which Alex Kingston said, and I can guarantee this because I was stood there, "I can't say anything yet, but you'll be in for a big surprise." What does that mean?
Explain! Explain! Explain!
Could she be referring to Big Finish Audios? Could she just be being River and saying spoilers and all that sort of stuff? But another piece of credible evidence for River Song's return, the director of episode 5 wrote on Twitter a tweet saying sweeties and spoilers, and yeah, could that be hinting at River's return? It would be great if she did, but once again, I'm struggling to figure out where she'd fit in the plot. Like, what? Another thing that's being thrown around that doesn't really have any evidence, it would just make sense. Susan Foreman, the Doctor's granddaughter, could she be the timeless child, and could she return? Because Carol Ann Ford, her original actress, still alive, still kicking, could come back. I don't know. Likely, I'd say, in all honesty, there's probably not going to be a big character return, and it's going to be the Master. Sacha Dhawan, who I absolutely love as the Master, one of my favourite villains of anything ever at this point, like, he's absolutely brilliant. But I think Sacha Dhawan is probably coming back, because, yeah, he just will, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be in this episode, and that's going to be the big reveal at the end. But then, could that be too similar to the original part of Spyfall? Another theory flowing around is that Ruth and her husband are fugitive Time Lords who've escaped the Master's destruction of Gallifrey and are hiding on Earth, and could that be a big reveal? But I really don't know. Does BBC America's Twitter know what it's talking about when it said who is returning, or was that just a cryptic whatever? Anyway, that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you did enjoy. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. I don't know why I'm talking at 400 billion miles per hour, but I am. Yeah, check out Sontaran's Master Plan, our fan film, link will be in the description and on the screen, probably around now. And yeah, get ready to tune in to my review of Fugitive of the Judoon tomorrow at like 8, 9 o'clock. Thanks for watching, remember to like, comment, subscribe. Goodbye! Why do I speak so quickly?